Get off there. You can't tackle.
Rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium. Downright cold outside of us. Minneapolis, Minnesota. It can certainly. It was downright shaking in here.
Yeah, if y'all laugh, I don't.
To bring us as we're off in week 9.
Call it tip. I'm gonna call. I'm all on Jeff today. Y'all did not see how he acted on the Georgia movement. But anyway, it's turning pink. It's okay for men to wear pink. No, it's not. Now you might can wear salmon. But that light.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
No, man, no, you can't.
Headed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence
as you
push down the field.
Because it illustrates people that were a part of the kingdom of God, but in the last minute they ran out of anointing and ended up being shut
Bigger
out
play
of the
action
kingdom
here on first down.
That's not what happened.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long.
This is not what this parable is really. Now listen to this.
Now
We
back
must
to
be
throw.
careful not to take our aim.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
So we can attack.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
So stop measuring folks' spirituality and judging and condemning folks. You're not, let somebody say you're not God. The Bible said that some of them
that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They call some of these religious folks the judges. Jesus is not warning his disciples that they could possibly
flush to his right.
If they lose.
They'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
How do you lose it if it's in the Holy Ghost? So
he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Talking about you losing the fire and missing Jesus. What is the fire? Folk ain't speaking in tongues and talking loud and all of that. It's the fire.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Did you go get forgiveness? Have you forgiven that person?
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry.
Uh-oh, Steve.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long
the
night
anointing of the Holy Ghost is in the
No
Holy
doubt
Ghost. But there are
they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run this big yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins to throw it. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. but I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On play action, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They go play action. Cousins. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll throw again. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they... be a while wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
A running room for Kamara on first down as he takes us forward. It's a gain of 7 there on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A give to Kamara running right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows...
Touchdown, Saints!
Touchdown.
Dalton Schultz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Saints 7, Vikings 3. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Saints.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Saints first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Kamara try the right side. And now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. And he stopped immediately there. They'll go with the keeper. They'll call the timeout. It's a quarterback sneak, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz will look to add the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Play action now. Cousins. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 40-yard.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the final number here in terms of the top speed that he hit, absolutely absurd. Next Gen Stats has him at better than 23 miles an hour on that one. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
18 more yards. That's another Vikings.
A first down throw for Cousins. This will go to Henry out wide. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Cousins' throw complete there to Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play fake. Cousins. Going for it all. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Second and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Cousins to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First down, New Orleans.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going in.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15, and he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that didn't fool anybody. Deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. One last shot now for Cousins. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly played better. Whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New Orleans, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.